Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for clicking on the title. I know that you're probably interested in what I'm doing to conserve money and actually just save money in general while living here in Portugal. But first, let me guys show you the view that I get to see every morning. All right, I'm gonna show you guys outside. For those of you that do not follow me on my Instagram under Heathers_amazing_journey, then you are missing out on all the parades, processions, strikes, protests, whatever goes on my street. It seems like monthly, there's always something. And I know that Freedom Day is coming up tomorrow, which is April 25th. And it's probably going to be some more loudness, celebrations, music, bands, drums, and whatever else the Portuguese love to celebrate here. I do like that I'm able to see a lot of things just from my balcony and not have to worry about anything. Sometimes I'm really not sure what they're celebrating, so I have to ask in my WhatsApp group, you know, what day is it, what is going on. But overall, I love the location. I love the beautiful street. But as you guys know, I am moving, but this vlog is not about that today. That will be another vlog. But let's get into it. So I've been wanting to make like authentic content. I feel like I've been very authentic from the jump when I started this YouTube journey. And I kind of just, you know, whatever comes to mind recently, I just been wanting to share with others. So many people have reached out to me over the past couple years about like my journey, any articles they've read on me and wanted me to share more. And I think that, you know, for people that were born in the late 1900s, it's just, we go through so much things from our parents' generation being passed down to us. And it's kind of like, you know, the saying, you have to break the generational curse. And unfortunately, I'm left to do that in my family. I am the baby of the family. And I don't want these traumas and hardships and mentality to be passed down to my daughter, because I feel like as an adult, I'm struggling just to get through it. And this is kind of what this video is about today. So before I get really into how I'm saving money here, let's just talk about my family and the mentality I grew up around. But first things first, I am a compulsive and impulsive buyer. I know it might be a shocker, but I have been like this for so long. There have been moments in my life where it has been like really bad, and then I'm slowly learning to like not have these tendencies, but sometimes it can be very hard for me not to. But I really want to talk about like, where did this really stem from? My family. So my family of all women are compulsive buyers. I would say leading up to my grandmother's family, sisters, stemming down to my mom and my aunt, and at one point, you know, me, like really bad. So I want to just say that you can be a compulsive buyer and impulse buyer and not be a hoarder. And I will say, at least like my grandmother and my mom were not hoarders. Compulsive buyers, yes, but not hoarders. Now my aunt and my grandmother's sisters, they were definitely hoarders, but not to the extent that you would see online, such as like the TV show Hoarders, where there's like trash and rats and roaches and everything going around. Like, it was never to that extent. It was just multiples of things for no reason at all. Like, there's no logic behind why there were multiple things. So growing up, you know, visiting my great grandmother's house, she did have one of her daughters live with my aunt, live with her, which is my aunt, and everything would be spotless. The kitchen would be spotless, the living room, dining room, my great grandmother's room would be spotless. And then there was this one room that was filled with, I don't even know, it was so dark in there. There was mounds and mounds and mounds of clothes, items. My aunt at the time used to work at Walmart, so she would get like all these deals. I remember there would be like tons of Disney items, Disney VHS tapes. And I just never understood why she had so much stuff, you know. And her mom, which is my great grandmother, really kept a clean house. You know, the only thing I can remember there being like a lot of were like the Ebony, Jet, Essence magazines, which I truly love that they had a crap ton of them, because I read through them and looked through them. But I could never understand like why there was necessity to have multiples of things. And even at my grandmother's house, you know, the living room, kitchen, you know, we had 3 floors and a studio in the basement. And all the common areas will be clean, like spotless. But then my grandmother, her room was spotless too, except she had like this partition in her bedroom, and behind the partition there would be tons of clothes. I don't understand why there was tons of clothes. Like, I'm still not understanding why. I didn't understand why at the time, why there was tons of clothes. Now my aunt, my mom's sister, she lived on the 3rd floor, and she had 2 bedrooms. And in those bedrooms, she had multiples of jewelry, bags, shoes, clothes, items, just for no reason. No reason. Just like her bed would be overtaken by stuff. I don't even know where she slept at, to be quite honest. But there was just like tons of stuff. I remember also growing up, and every time like my family would get paid, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, whoever would get paid, we would always take a trip to Lancaster, PA. Because I'm from Jersey, so I lived in Trenton, which is like right there. Delaware River separates Pennsylvania from Jersey. And we would go shopping at discount stores like AJ Wright. I know I'm showing my age. If y'all remember, that's like an old store. There was another store like Marshall's, TJ's, any of those discount stores, we would go shopping. And there would be no reason why we would need to go shopping for. You know, we weren't, I wouldn't say we were poor. I would say we were like the lower middle class, but I just never understood why as soon as we got paid, we would go shopping, you know. I did have clothes growing up, although like it wasn't the clothes that I wanted to wear. Some of my clothes were hand-me-downs from my sister, but she was like a size 2 and I was like a size 8, 9. And me and my sister would like hate going shopping because they would be in there for hours. They would like fine tooth every section, making sure they didn't forget anything, grabbing stuff that was on clearance. And it's just like, just to have it just in case, you know, you need it for later. So I feel like sometimes that like that those situations did apply. Like if I needed something, I'm like, oh man, I wish I had it. I'm like, don't worry, I got it. But other times it's just like not a need to have things that you may or may not need. It's like that gamble, 50-50. So how has this affected me as an adult? This has affected me because I have spent thousands of dollars or lost thousands of dollars compulsive buying and impulsive buying. You know, I'm feeling the need to, if I go out and I see something like, oh wow, I might need this later. Like I feel like if I don't buy it right now and I'm going to need it, the price is going to be double the amount, or it's going to go back up to full price or something like that. You know, it's just like this thought process that I was mentally trained that get things when you see it on sale. That way, when you need it, you have it. But then sometimes you don't even use those items. You know, I remember packing up my house in Florida, you know, selling stuff or unpacking, you know, getting rid of stuff before I moved abroad. And I had so much stuff I forgot about, so much stuff I got on clearance. You know, I ended up just like giving a lot of it away because I had no need for it. And it was just like wasted money. When I was moving to Portugal, you know, there are hair items and facial items that I really do cherish that I'm like, I cannot go without. And I will buy multiples of it. And now I'm sitting here in my office. I have a closet here, 2 closets in here. And I'm like, wow, I did not even go through all this hair oil. I still have like 2 bottles left and it's almost been 2 years, you know? So I should have just purchased maybe 1 bottle and see how it got me, and then found a way to get more bottles here or found an alternative. Also, there have been times like when I first got here, although like my wardrobe like did change for the most part, I would find myself just like going out just to see like what I could find on sale so I could buy. And you know, I feel like that was a lot of money I wasted. Although like I can say, okay, I guess I could have used it, but I didn't need it at the time. Also, my impulsive buying is normally surrounds like food. So I will be out food shopping and I'll see something. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. There's like no thought behind it besides I can make a dish out of this. And you know that I love to cook. If you watch me on my Instagram, I'm always cooking something. Like cooking brings me pleasure. Like it's just one of my pastimes I enjoy to do. So I feel like I have wasted money, you know, buying stuff. In that moment, I'm just like, yes, I'm going to make something with this. But then I end up actually not making anything with it, and it like sits on my shelf for a long time. And I'm thinking like, okay, so I got a whole bunch of Jiffy Mix when I came home. You know, I went back home in the States in November. I brought back six different boxes of Jiffy Mix. And that was in November. Do you want to know how much Jiffy Mix I have used since then? Let's see, I've used one box since November. So December, January, March, April. In the past 5 months, I only used one box. So there was no need for me to buy 6 boxes of Jiffy Mix. You know, it was the thought process of I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And this is like the mindset that I'm trying to break. And like, you know, telling myself like, Heather, if you don't need it right now, if you have no plans to make this dish in the next 3 to 5 business days, then you do not need to buy it. And it's just, you know, I feel like it's a struggle. And it's not like I grew up not having food. Like we had food in our house. I may not have the food that I wanted to eat, but we always had food in our house. But it's just like this mindset where I don't know like where it started from in my family. And then why, you know, it manifested so much in me, you know, as an adult. So what am I doing to save money? That's like the real thing right here. So there are a couple things that I want to share that I am doing to save money. And hopefully it can help other people that are watching this video that are going through similar things. People that are just in general just want to save some money. But here we go. Number 1. I'm taking the time not to make impulse decisions when I'm out buying something. I'm actually questioning myself. Do I need this right now in this moment? How will I use this and how will it benefit me? You know, I actually am very proud of myself. I was out shopping yesterday and I went by the candle section and there was a candle I got for a friend that smelled really good, but they didn't have it, but they had the scent in a spray form. So I had looked at the price and I was like, okay, €4.19, whatever. Threw it in my cart, walked around, and I'm thinking like, do I really need this? You know, I have 2 other sprays from Zara at my house. One's like a more Christmassy spray, and the other one is a magnolia spray. And that one's like almost gone, but not quite. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this. You know, that's €4. That would have went down the drain because I probably would have sprayed it a few times. But if you know me in my house, you know my house always smells good. I'm always having a candle, my diffuser, something instant going. And I was proud of myself because I could have been like, whatever, I'm just going to get it. And then I would have sprayed it a few times and then it would have went, you know, next to the other 2 items that I do use, but not as much because I have the diffuser going, I have a candle burning. So I'm really proud of myself for like really taking time to think about if I needed this or not. 2. I'm starting to make inventory of the things I do have. I'm really bad at this, especially when it comes to food shopping because impulse shopping. Oh, I need onions. I know I'm always using onions. And then I'll come home and be like, damn, I had a whole bunch of onions already. You know, doing the inventory is really helping me see like what I do have and what I don't need to rebuy and overbuy. So that's like buying more stuff when I already have the stuff to begin with. So I'm trying to save. I mean, that's one of the ways I'm saving money, you know, not spending money on items that I already have. 3, I'm looking back and I'm thinking like, hey, Heather, do you really want to have a lot of items in your house? Do you want to have a lot of food items? I mean, look at your food drawer right now. I have a drawer that has those 6 boxes of, or actually 5 boxes of Jiffy Mix. There's all different other items in there. Now, when I say like sometimes I cannot help but buy, you know, the full size of items. It's just me and my daughter, you know, at home. So it's not like I'm cooking for a family. So there are going to be times that I realize that some food is going to go to waste because I cannot make, you know, sometimes a dish might call for a few pieces of an item and the only item, you know, I can get is a big item. So sometimes, yes, that goes to waste, unfortunately. But just really thinking about, do I want more stuff in my house? Do I want more food items in my house that I may or may not be eating in the next 5 to 6 business days? Number 4, reassuring myself that even though it's on clearance right now and I don't need it in this moment, it's okay because when I come back to the store, it will be there. And whether it's full price or on clearance, I have the money to pay full price for this item. You know, really getting it in my head that it's okay for it to sit on the shelf. Like, it's okay. There's many outlets to buy things. Amazon, there's so many different stores here. You can have your friends bring your item. So really doing those 4 things has really helped me save a couple $100 over the past few months. And I'm really proud of myself. I know I could be working on it better and do much more, but like I said, it is learned behavior that I'm trying to unlearn. And I know it's going to take time, but I know like these little steps that I'm putting in place right now are really going to benefit me long term. So if you're also struggling with this, definitely let me know. I know I'm not the only one out there that's struggling with this or has compulsive or impulsive tendencies that are going on, but definitely leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are working through it. If you have any questions of anything else I'm doing, but I know that I'm identifying these flaws how I see them, or generational curses that I just do not wish to pass down to my daughter. And even talking to her about shopping and everything and buying things, but Mackenzie kind of doesn't buy things unless she needs things, so I really do appreciate that she has that mindset. But I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm only human. Please be kind in the comment section. I know that sometimes you guys are not the kindest. The people that are not kind, not people that have been following me and supporting me, I truly thank you a lot. But if you see comments turn off, like in my last video, I had to turn them off because a lot of mean comments were coming through. That will happen to my future videos. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.